Space. Literally, it means nothing. But simultaneously, it means everything. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to some more Stellaris, Star Trek, mod, New Horizons, and we are about to witness the Battle of Bajor in, well, any minute now, let's just say. I am steering clear of, again, I'm going to continue to call this DS9, sue me, even though it's technically not that yet. I'm waiting for Archer's First Fleet to move in and enter, what would you call this? It's not orbit, it's, what is this actually called? Like the space between the planet and its satellites. There's probably a word for that I am not aware of, but that is the space that his fleet is going to enter, and the Sixth Fleet under Shran is going to just sit tight and wait for reinforcements. He has 3 Bonaventure-class vessels, the USS Serenova, Jan Davis, and Roberta Bondar, respectively. So let's see how this goes. I'm keeping him way in the back over here. And there we go. Yep. That will work. Fortunately for us, the Fifth Order, which is, I think now, again, the largest fleet that we have seen. It used to be the Second Order, but, well, used to be, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the largest fleet we've seen thus far. Anyways, the point is, that fleet is now repairing and is really not doing all that well. The shields are back up, most of the armor plating is gone, but they have repaired their hulls, so it's not that damaged, but it's fairly damaged, let's say. And here we go, the battle commences. Shran can move in with his 3 light cruisers. And here we go. Now, I don't want to... As much as this looks cool, the ships are kind of too small to have this sort of grand cinematic effect. I'd have to move in like this to follow them along, and the combat is a bit fast to enjoy each of the ships separately. So let's just watch like this. Well, visually it's not the most stimulating thing ever, but I like looking at the numbers, honestly. I derive more satisfaction from this than anything else. And there we go. 4 of the Cardassian warships have already retreated. 5 have retreated, and that's it. They are gone. Fifth Order is going to be out of commission for a long, long while. And our ships are going to Cardassia? Yeah, I suppose, right? Yeah, I suppose our ships will go to Cardassia, just the long way around DS9. Outside of its weapons range. Hopefully, at least. Okay, the Temerian Unity occupied Rigel. I thought that was rightful Klingon clay, as it were, but apparently not. Okay. I was a little bit lazy and I didn't take a look at these planets off camera. But luckily I don't need to address anything immediately, so fair enough, I suppose, right? Traditions available. We went with Harmony last time. Do I still agree with that decision? Well, I think I'll definitely agree that at the time it was the best decision. Currently, what we need... Kind of hard to say. Monthly Unity won't be a bad idea. I think monthly Unity is always a good idea. But at the same time, we're kind of done with everything. I mean, diversity isn't... Force of Will we said we're not going to do. Because imposing our ideology is a bit you know, not very Federation of us. Empire size from systems and colonies is not bad, but Section 31 is kind of useless. Sorry. Unyielding is not that great. Adaptability is also not that great. I mean, the 10% habitability looks wonderful until you realize we're mostly sending, you know, we mostly have like 80 to 90 to 100% habitability on all our worlds because we have so many different various species that we don't need this. So we're down to like, what, preservation? That's also not wonderful. Diversity, we're back at diversity now, right? So it's either frontier or diversity, and I mean, I guess both of them eventually. But for now, we have most of the civics that we wanted, so, or most of the traditions that we wanted. So yeah, civics are different. Civics are here, I believe. All right. Good. So the USS Ride is on a ride somewhere off in the distance. The USS Smith is lost, and I cannot seem to find it. There we go. There it is. Let's upgrade that ship. And yours was lost also, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Not lost, but stuck behind, quote-unquote, enemy lines. Do I want to even occupy the Badlands? Because, you know, Badlands kind of... No, let's keep it neutral. Let's keep it neutral for now. Have our sort of own improvised neutral zone, which isn't really a neutral zone, but you get the idea. And we can also upgrade this ship if all is going to plan, as it were. Travis's 4th Fleet is doing just fine down here, retaking some of the territory that we've lost, and set a course for Azati Prime. Diplomatic conference. And they've asked for Trip Tucker once again. You know what? Set a course. Birth of the Galactic Market. Oh, this is probably because of the thing. I will get to this in a second, but first of all, the First Fleet. After you're done doing that, I need you to go to Cardassia, and then after that, Azati Prime, which is over here. So head on over there and research that thing. Do I have a time limit? Yes, I do. 1,700 days. I should be able to make it there on time if I leave immediately. Founding the Galactic Market. Okay. The Galactic Market Station. Well, that's wonderful. We're gonna do that. Just give me a minute to deal with something else. Dicobalt charges. Let's get Dicobalt charges. The only one of these explosives that can generate a fracture or a tear in subspace. The more you know. Holographic training, we thought, well, we agreed that was useless. Particle phasers might not be a terrible idea, and we are sort of on schedule for that. Okay, nominate for Galactic Market Hub, begin founding of the Galactic Market event chain. So I can nominate a planet for that prestigious role, let's say. Fair enough, fine. Starbase 1, this is what I was interested in. This is, I think, supposed to be the Galactic Forum. And they've called it simply Starbase 1. We're still building it, it's still not doing anything, so that's going to take a minute, but Is it possible for Earth to become... No. Found a training facility on Titan. Yeah, definitely going to do that. Don't know what it does, but we're going to do it. And I guess we're going to nominate it for... this as well. Competitiveness rating weak. According to its local condition, the better the rating, the more likely the planet will play host to the future galactic market. Okay, what about serendipity? I have plenty of influence, I can waste some of it for stuff like this. Oh, but we've already nominated a planet. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh, it needs 20 pops on it. Is it possible we only have 11 on these? Yeah, 11, 10, 5, 3. Well, we haven't grown our population as quickly as I thought we would. Like, I have a heap of planets, which is nice, but not that much population. Okay, a distress call. Where is that distress call coming from? Here. It's in Sirius. We can send, I think, the Kumari, right? Yeah, we can. Send a military vessel. Admiral is present, okay. Well, we could recall Shran really quickly to his ship. How he made it from here to there in a second, we don't need to worry about that right now. Besides, the logistics of travel are not the most realistic. It doesn't take 70 years to get from here to there, but it took Voyager 70 years to get from here to there. For example, yeah, the logistics of, I mean, in-game, like if you're looking at the in-game map. Yeah, like I said, the logistics are a little bit broken, so we can bend the rules of time and space a little bit. Okay. Review the Saurian League Ascension process. We can't welcome them, right? Yeah, we can't welcome them because we're at war. Council's gonna have to wait for a second. I need to do that, and then... Have I retaken all of the territory that I've lost over here? I have. And now I'm just left with this and Galen. I also need to take a look at what are these unoccupied planets and systems that I'm requesting that I don't have yet. It's probably one of these, so... Let's send our forces to Galen 3. No armies on it, so that'll be lovely. And as for this, I think we can reach out diplomatically to the Zindi, I think. Yeah. Medium intensity diplomacy. The reason being is after this conference is done, the Zindi are going to like me quite a bit. And with that boost, they're going to like me even more, and maybe, just maybe, we can negotiate something. Are they still at war with the... Yeah, they are with the Kziti Patriarchy. Kzinti Patriarchy. Kzinti Patriarchy. I'm not dyslexic, I swear, I'm lazy and don't read carefully and just try to skip through it. Okay, let's get another general over here and see. Could I land some forces maybe over here? Yeah, 150, that is definitely doable. Let's land some forces over there and start taking a few more planets from the Cardassians. Federal Council, yeah, there you go, plus 50 relationship with them. Useful. Very much so, I would say.
Spaceport under attack.
Now, when you say spaceport under attack, that's the enemy spaceport under attack, correct? Well, I would at least assume so. Second order's back. And my first fleet has been recalled. But my second fleet is not that far away. And can come down here and react if need be. Yeah, these are big stations. They're gonna it's gonna take the second order a while to get through all of them.
Technology discovered.
Let's get this fleet back to Cardassia as well. Which that sounds weird. Every time I say it, it sounds weird. But we've occupied it. That's why I can do that. We're now using it as a not the planet, the spaceport above it. We're now using it as a sort of central hub from which we can launch attacks and regroup elsewhere. Diplomatic trust cap. I don't dislike that. I think I'm building trust with all sorts of nations relatively easily. I mean, I haven't betrayed anyone at any point. So, yeah, I like that. Keep doing that. Okay. Yeah, following this war, the Federation is really going to be in a good position. Diplomatically and in every other way. The Flaxian hegemony is grateful, or no reward is necessary. No reward is necessary, thank you very much. We're happy to help. Thank you for the influence of the unity, I mean. We are happy to help. How the hell did you manage to get yourselves stuck over there? Well, I suppose, you know, we are conducting trade and we are very open. Empire. I mean, again, empire. It's just a Stellaris term. We don't have an emperor, but we don't also have a we also don't have a correct term for the Federation. We're not a nation, right? I think I've gone over this multiple times. Okay, I'm gonna scuttle this ship. It's really not worth worrying over. And just build a new one right here. Franklin class. Okay, eventually that'll be done. 488 alloys, that's not a lot, I'll be honest with you. Ooh, I might want to fix some of these ships first, but I'll probably have to fix them over there, right? Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was like, maybe it's not a bad idea to fix those ships before moving on to the next station that they're going to attack, but didn't really have the time for that, unfortunately. Sixth Fleet is repaired, though. There's something good came out of this. Or at least someone is getting repairs, I suppose, was what I meant to say. I have like 1 billion of these different torpedo variations. I mean, I'll get some of them, but I'm never going to use them, so don't quite see the point of researching them, just to get them out of the way, I suppose. I don't know.
Colony conquered.
Art of the deal. Yeah. You always use the maximum amount of influence we can over there, because we want to get them integrated into the Federation as quickly as possible. Those are the minor nations, the ones that have just achieved warp speed and are in the process of joining the Federation. Man, this fleet is massive. Well, we beat them back is my main sort of gripe with them. Is that we've completely beaten them back last time, and they've just returned.
Our presence in the galaxy has not gone by unnoticed.
That's interesting. Don't know who those are. I mean, I've lost as many. The Ferengi and the Sheliak have formed a federation. Really? You formed a federation with the Sheliak?
Initiating communications.
That is just beyond silly. Fine, fine. Form your federations. I don't care.
Ships upgraded.
Administrator Sarek has demonstrated exceptional talent. Okay. Administrator Sarek. Where can I put you that's gonna make sense? Probably here, right? Yeah, I guess. And then recruit. Governor Sarek. Where does... He's from Enterprise, right? No, yeah, I mean, he appears in a whole bunch of stuff, right? Yes, he does. That's the same Sarek, alright. I'm just, I had to check, because I know he's mentioned reappears in Enterprise. I know he appears in the Next Generation, and I think he's in some of the newer stuff as well. But I don't know if it's the same person. Turns out it is. So yeah, great. Okay, let me just go through the housing issues that we have over here. We're gonna need to build a few city blocks. And I think that's the only construction that we have to worry about for now. Now, the question is, can the 6th Fleet hold this off against the Second Order? Probably not, in all due honesty, but I do have reinforcements coming. Never mind. That actually makes my job a heck of a lot easier. We've just walked into a fight, so thank you. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just make sure we sell our deuterium on time. Actually, are there any more edicts I might want to pass? Probably not, right? No. Farming subsidies might be one, mind you. Yes, farming subsidies I want to pass as soon as I have enough gas, which I currently do. Yes, I do, and I remember why, because there's on one of the planets had a natural source of that gas, and all I needed to do was build a collection facility, and it gave me like 10 or 20 or something of it each month. So yeah, that's the reason. Now we have presumably a lot more food. That's the idea with this thing, right? Yeah, monthly food plus 20%. Okay, fair enough. I think this security force is the reason that the Cardassians are so anxious to get over here, but they're not going to stop me from landing on this planet. Did they stop us from landing over here? Oh, they of course they didn't stop us, but did we land over here successfully? Yes, we did. Okay. Let's move on to the next planet. I'm assuming this is also one of the ones that I'm asking for and isn't, and it isn't occupied or whatever. Am I gonna win this fight?
Construction complete.
No, I'm gonna lose this fight. We've lost 2 Explorer and 2 multi-mission ships. Wow. I really... Ooh, I shot myself in the foot right there. Oh, I really just shot myself in the foot right there. That's not good. That's not good. It's a massive lost battle. It's going to influence the war score, but much more importantly, my fleet is out of commission. I need to rebuild the ships. That is not good. Okay, I need to sell some stuff. Okay, that ought to be enough for a little bit. And reinforce. 3 fleets need to be reinforced with 10 ships. Ooh, 10 ships. Where am I going to get 10 ships from? And we really need to go on the defensive now, I feel like. But I can't do that because I'm not at my war goals either. It's a very complicated situation I've put myself in. Because, like, next stage shield technology, please, but not yet, right? Yeah, not yet. Okay, it's a very complicated situation I've put myself in, because it's really difficult to advance, but at the same time I have to advance in order to...
Colony conquered.
Make sense of any of this. Yeah, there's 1 colony conquered, I suppose. It's not going to make a big difference, though. This is one of the major battles of the war, also. I just expect to win it relatively easily. Because I know my ships are better than the Cardassians, at least most of them, though... they're way better than their patrol frigates, but their cruisers are incredibly powerful. I think their cruisers are better than our average Yorktown or Endeavour or something like that. Or Poseidon. Passing trader. A humanoid trader appears and he wants to sell me something. A bargain purchase it immediately. Time crystal device for 100 latinum. Or a bit of... society research or just latinum. You know, we're going to purchase it. I just have no idea how I'm supposed to use it, but... Is it in... Where would that be? Relics, yeah? Time crystal production +1. Yeah, we're now making time crystals. Okay, cool. If anything, we've stopped it from going into the hands of sort of unsavory individuals, let's call them. Tran also lost one of the Bonaventure class as well. It wasn't the Ceratosa, was it? It was something else. But we've lost that as well. Jesus, we're actually suffering massive losses. Titan training facilities, increased crew production. I'm assuming that's empire-wide, right? Ex Astris Scientia. Or Scientia, as someone pronounced it. Well, I have a story for that as well. About how for about 2 years of middle school or high school, depending on where you're from, I was taught to pronounce things in Latin the wrong way. And I'm not just talking about the kind of pronunciation I don't like. No, we were just taught a pronunciation that doesn't exist. It was like something between ecclesiastical and traditional. And it just doesn't exist, right? It was pretty funny, not gonna lie. It was pretty funny in retrospect. At the time, I would have probably been very frustrated to know what was going on, but I didn't know better. Yeah, Archer's doing fine. Archer's doing more than fine. He kicked their asses. It's just that cure the disease and provide a large amount of medical supplies. Yes, if we can afford it, which I think we can. Cordrazine, yeah, we have billions of it. There you go, take it. More than happy to help. We are the Federation after all, that's what we do. Provided we don't break the Prime Directive doing it, but yeah, well, we're not exactly... I mean, like I said, we're talking with them, they have achieved warp flight, it's not about the Prime Directive anymore, we're now allowed to interfere. Is how I choose to see that. Okay, there you go, this ship is for you, and you can go around exploring stuff once again. The problem with my Federation currently is twofold. One, where's my third fleet? Third fleet is over there. Malcolm Reed, congratulations, my good sir. You are back in the fight, as it were. I need you on the front lines as soon as possible, because this is getting a little bit out of hand.
Technology discovered.
There's the Fifth Order. They're going to try and probably retake all the little systems I just took over down there. It's going to be back and forth, and I don't like that, but I think I can sort of squeeze out on top just barely. I like terraforming Primal. I don't know of a lot of those systems, so I won't. I really should repair this fleet, but it has too much to do. So the ban and the morale have achieved status quo. Elections. Yelena Kazakov is still impact of hidden deals. The rapid development of the medical supplies and equipment throughout the system, yada yada yada. Their TLDR is they're grateful. The mind's changed by the free and open healthcare available to all the Starfleet Medical. Now the Starfleet Medical is on the scene. Add mission progression 25%. Alright, lovely. That is beautiful. Yelena Kazakov has significant amount of chances to win this election, and I'm going to boost it just by a little bit. There you go. Because I really want her back. I mean, she's a living legend among the Federation right now, so don't really see why not. Okay, let's help out this poor outpost fend off against the... Xinti refugees arrive from the Romulan Star Empire. They have been allowed to settle on San Lucas. Of course, they're welcome. They're more than welcome. San Lucas. Where is that? San Lucas. Population. How many? 1, right? Yeah, 1 pop worth of... Well, that's fine. You know, I would like maybe a little bit more because I need population in general, but that's okay. Let's put down a regional academy. I feel like would be. What's the use of a super collider? 1 upkeep, 1. It's 1 upkeep, isn't it? This is a little bit more higher in upkeep. And as job upkeep, this doesn't really. Plant limit 2, plant limit 1. I feel like this is slightly better because of my research, or for my research in general. But at the same time, I'm producing the most amount of society research, so. Why don't we get a super collider here, and then scroll through some of these planets, searching for the next one to be unemployed soon, and then build something entirely unexpected like an alloy foundry here, because sod research, I need more vessels. Okay. Sixth Fleet actually received 2 Endeavour-class ships in the meantime. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're making some progress. Not much, but we are getting somewhere with it. How close are you to finishing? Yeah, you have time. Okay. Congratulations. Bit... You know, a bit unfortunate how, one of our biggest fleets had to be called away, but we can't just focus all our efforts on the Cardassians. We are well, not we are the leading force in the quadrant. We need to be everywhere all at once, so... I guess that only makes sense, right? Can't build any of these. Is there anything here that I want to build? I think the Watchtower class station I haven't built yet. That's something I want to build eventually. Okay. Would you be willing to achieve what we got now? No. New ruler mandate. Yelena Kazakov has been elected as Prime Minister of the United Federation of Planets. Consult the situation log for decisions on her mandate. And the previous mandate was also fulfilled. What is the current mandate? Build 2 industrial districts. Okay. I mean, it really makes sense if you think about it, because we do need industrial districts. Yeah, there we go. We do need alloys badly, and getting elected on platforms to build more industrial districts, which boosts production of alloys in general, is yeah, it makes a lot of sense. The Vaudois Supremacy. These I've seen an episode of. I haven't talked about them all that much. Back when I had originally discovered them, but I thought these were a Delta Quadrant species, and yet here they are. The story with them, by the way, is they were wiped out about, what, 900 years ago or something like that? Probably a bit less, considering we aren't in Voyager's timeline yet, but yeah, like, several centuries ago, they were wiped out. Small group of them survived in stasis. They were woken up by Voyager, and let's just assume that some of them managed to survive those events of that episode, which I'm not going to spoil, and they made it over into this quadrant of space via their network of, I forgot what the technical term for how they travel is, but they travel not using warp, but through some subspace corridors, I think, or something along those lines. So yeah, anyways, that's what I'm going with. Okay, reinforce everything.
Survey complete.
Unfortunately, we have to reinforce everything in Cardassia. There's nowhere else to go. I would have preferred to maybe spread out a little bit. Now, some might claim that currently... I occupy this, yes I have. Some might claim that currently... Can we land here? We absolutely can. Lovely. That I'm a little bit too vulnerable right now to something like the Romulans or the Klingons declaring war on me. I wouldn't say I'm completely invulnerable to such actions and threats by the two respective empires, which are empires, for once. But I just settle for status quo. It's not going to be great, but I can just settle for status quo. Also, I can settle for status quo in a little bit more of a creative way, and that's just by not doing anything. See, I can leave one fleet to patrol from up here to realistically down here. It's not going to have a fun time, and it's going to lose ships, and it's going to be difficult, but it will hold for a bit. And I can send all the other fleets to deal with the new threat, be it the Klingons, the Romulans, which have expanded again fairly nicely. Yeah, I'm glad for them. But this means that... Oh, well, that's unfortunate. The Romulans colonized the Xinti. Whoops. Sorry about that. The Romulans colonized the Xinti, which means in turn they've colonized the Xindi as well. But tell you what, we can work with that as well with the secret fealty again. Yes, we can, and that's probably going to be the next war. And they both accepted. We're gonna have like a mirror situation, which I'm fine with, honestly. Yeah. I like this ship build speed all of a sudden, considering the number of ships I'm losing, and the number of ships I'm going to need in the future. Yeah, I quite like it. Okay. So this secret fealty thing is basically going to be a mirrored situation from the war with the Cardassians, where the Romulans extended their reach a little bit too much and colonized what was supposed to be one of the new members of the Federation. And now, as a result, the Federation is going to have to step in and free the two vassal states. So, yeah, I mean... Ben's guaranteed. I can't use this fleet, I just realised it needs fixing. Yeah. Oh well.
Survey complete.
Looks like there's going to be a bit of a ceasefire, even though we haven't agreed to one. There's going to be a bit of a ceasefire in this war, because we're going to have to just sit still for a little bit. Wait for the 4th Fleet to return. Wait for some of the reinforcements to arrive, which... Yeah, I mean, the Cardassians are getting reinforcements on the regular, but so am I. Yeah, I mean, I'm building stuff. I'm outproducing them in general. Not a bad position to be in. Diplomatic outreach. Successful. Yeah, and I guess this diplomatic conference was just our way of confirming what I just talked about, that indeed the situation is, like I said previously, complicated. Wait, how do they build... How do they build the station here? I couldn't do it. They can, apparently. Fine, I guess. Another invasion successful. We're actually those 2 invasions doing pretty good on the war exhaustion front. They've almost surrendered. I just need the unoccupied system and planet that they're claiming I'm demanding, but haven't occupied yet. Okay. Disassemble it. Perhaps we can learn something. Attempt rare experiments. Okay, attempt rare experiments. We're going to experiment with time. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Trouble in Paradise. Local political drama on Eta Cassiopeia Prime has resulted in the support of a small group of rebels opposed to our underlying ethics. Their increased support have enabled them to gain more power in the region and vote for their own cause with limited success. So 3 pops are converted to militarism, or 1 is converted to militarism, but there's only 1 pop here to begin with. So I'll go with this, thank you very much. Okay, here I think it's the same thing, right? Reinforced hull always, yeah. Okay, I think we just retired another class of vessel, which I might want to change. Heavy cruiser blueprints. I like heavy cruisers, not gonna lie. Yeah, let's get those heavy cruisers. And over here, productivity, I suppose. I don't know, it doesn't make much of a difference. Ship class retired. The Frontier class Scout has been marked for retirement. Don't care. The Poseidon class multi-mission vessel has been marked for retirement. While the Poseidon class have served for many years, there's a test bed for what multi-mission vessels could be. The cost of maintaining such class has been prohibitive as newer designs have entered production. Again, that's fine. So now our scout class is the Malachovsky. Or the Malachowski, I suppose. Okay, but at the same time... I'm not overly thrilled by the situation. Again, we have some power problems with our ships. Unfortunate. So yeah, the Columbia and the Endeavour class are going to remain. The Yorktown remains as it is. The Annex flagship as well. Rio Grande, everything is fine. Franklin 2. But the multi-mission ship is now the Walker class, which can be a battle cruiser, a space superiority, or a heavy weapons encampment. Battle cruiser or space superiority. Not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of the space superiority stuff, because of the array of different weapons that it can have. Breakaway escape pod panel combat disengagement chance. No, go with engineering, I think, instead. And an interspecies crew, which is... Well, look at that. The human crew 160, interspecies crew 540 crew. Wow. It is the best, though, so yeah. That's what we're going to go with. And then tactical quarters. EPS... Tactical station, and actually 2 EPS manifolds. National dampeners. And what do I want here? Shield emitter, daily regeneration. That's not bad. Crew quarters. Hull and armor regen. I like hull and armor regen quite a lot. So let's do that. Shield generator. Hardened shielding, engineering station, hardened shield. Actually, beryllium plate is. No. Hardened shielding. Provided we can power all of this, we can, right? Yes, we can. Okay, so this is going to be our Walker class multi-mission ship. Apparently. I'm not too happy with that, though. So here's what I'm going to do. I think, again, this is the easiest way. Just head over to the zeros. Starfleet Utopia Planitia Shipyards. Decommission. Display available flagships from this era. USS Shenzhou. Does that mean I can decommission a flagship? No? No, okay. Flagships from this era? Military flagship? No? No, okay. It's not here. I need to figure out where it is. Is it in the museum? I think it would be in the museum then if it's not here. Science and Engineering, Historical Society. No. There was an option to recommission an old type of ship, and I'm going to do that. I just need to figure out how and where. Is it over here? Request war support. Okay. I need it, so I'm going to request it. Starfleet Science and Engineering. Research Rare Special Technology. Annex Beta Squadron. So research focus, no, I've said it already. Yeah, that's fine. So it's not here either. Did I just completely miss it a second ago? Very likely. In all due honesty. It has to be here. But it says this is just for flagships. Okay, Sol. I'll find it through here much easier. I have to actually click on it, okay? recommission the Poseidon class. And there we go. And that means if I go over to Ship Designer, and I go over to multi-mission ship, oh no, it's here already. It's just multi-mission ship 1 instead of 2. Yeah. Yep. We're gonna recommission the Poseidon now. Just to sate my curiosity, if I go over to the hyperbolic, that's not what I meant, the hypothetical 7th Fleet, which we don't have, and say I add a Walker class and a Poseidon class on to this thing. The Walker class will eat it for breakfast. Duly noted, understood, thank you very much. Okay, understood. But we need the Poseidon class until we can get, until we're done with this war. After that, we can Federation Council, defensive war effort for 12 months, more alloys, and I'll lose some unity and some influence. I will more than happily accept that trade. Because now I can actually build some of those ships that I need. I need to look something up as well, but I'm going to do that next time. I need to look up how I can retrofit some of these ships. I need to do that because I would love, for example, now it's going to be a bit of a problem because I have more ships and more fleets. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, the first fleet, right, has how many? 1 Poseidon class ship. Let's say I want to change this Poseidon to the newer class of vessel. The way I used to be able to do that with the Enterprise, for example, is I would have to go to Sol, go to over here somewhere, and go, right, now I'm gonna upgrade these ships. Upgrade to the latest design, and it would upgrade them. But it's not doing that right now. And it can't do that. So I wonder if that's something I can do at all. Would love for that to be the case, but apparently not. Also, Starbase 1 is constructed. And this is a meeting place for galactic powers, increasing immigration, attraction, and global opinion of us. Okay, cool, lovely. It's finally done. Look at it. It looks absolutely beautiful. And who would have thunk it was actually made in a time of crisis and war for the Federation? Quite the achievement, if I do say so myself. Love to try and get the second order, by the way. Alright, we're going to do that next time. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all next time. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye.